How's it going, guys? I'm going to go through the last round in the Bryant University Chess Championship. I played a National Master, and it was pretty good. So he goes knight f3, I go f5, c4, knight f6, knight c3, g6. We kind of almost entered the Leningrad, except he plays d3. So typical ideas that I've usually had are a little different. Um, and I did kind of forget my theory on this. In the game, I played knight c6. I thought it was very flexible to play this, um, although more importantly, and knight c6 has the same idea as this. A5 is more flexible and better to play, and play can continue maybe like this, like e5 and maybe h6 with the idea of playing bishop e6 and g5 later. Um, it's like you can take and then bishop e6 and um, yep. Black is improving the position and completing development here, and perhaps black can get a space advantage here. So that's kind of the more correct approach that I should have gone for than in the game. But knight c6 was a good move, and of course probably I think it's one of the top moves that is seen here. So rook b1 was played, still preparing his b4 idea. Like in the English, I just go a5 now, a3, and then I have time for knight h5. So I just want to play f4. And if he plays e3, then I think h6, g5, and I mean this would have to be prepared, but like just some attacks are a little easier, or even just e5 and f4, or like yeah, that would be a little weakening, but you'll see. I do get yeah, f4 in time though. So yeah, rook b1, a5 to prevent his b4, a3, knight h5, trying to get f4 in quick. And then he plays queen c2, I still play f4, and then he goes b4. So I took, and then play bishop g4, threatening with takes, and then knight here. This would mess up his structure on this king side. And it would make this queenside pressure a little bit not as strong, because that's where his counterplay was going to be on the queen side. So he goes knight b5, covering this d4 square with this knight. I just finish my connecting of rooks with queen d7. Then he goes queen b3. And here, I think most games of, at least when I check the database of Lichess, e5 is very popular here. But I played knight d8 because sometimes this knight can kind of enter into these squares and cover these light squares. But also the other idea is I can kick the knight with c6 whenever I need to at some point under favorable circumstances. Like, or maybe I can even go e5, knight e6, then c6, then take, and then play knight d4. That's another idea. Um, so my opponent plays bishop b2, but I decided to keep the bishops with e5. He plays e3, and I just took on e3 because this is a target. Um, and then my opponent just offered a draw, and I accepted. So I got second place, not bad, and yeah, that's the end of the tournament. So thank you all for watching, and keep improving your chess.